beautiful evening. It always makes me nervous to have a show this early in the season. We're here in Michigan and the weather is always horrible. It's finally starting to get nice, and then we have a show and now you've got decisions to make, right? And all I kept thinking of is all these people are going to come tonight and probably started working on their gardens over the weekend. And, it's another great night. Let's stay home and work on our gardens. So, very glad you did. I hope you got a snack or some desserts there or some water. We have several different looks to show you tonight. One of the first ones that we're going to bring out is one that's a very strong trend right now. We're seeing it in all the magazines. We're seeing it on all our buying trips. And maybe we can get Jim to turn that down a little bit. It's rose gold. The rose gold bases are very popular. In this case, I was joking with David just before we started, but most of the time when we see rose gold, we see it with soft pinks and creams and those types of colors. But David, always thinking outside the box, decided to do it with a little bit of an orange sherbet type of a twist. Some might say fall, but I'd be very careful about saying that orange is fall, because I don't think it is anymore. Orange is part of our everyday color. It's like chartreuse green. David, could you help him shut the PA off? Like, listen to the back. Somebody's got their Walkman going. What does that sound old, right? Does anybody know what a Walkman is? As opposed to an iPhone with their earbuds. But anyway, so David used some of these the beautiful flame mini callus. We're getting in some things when you're ordering your flowers. I like to be a little careful, and when David gets back, I'll have to pull a few things to show you. We've been getting in some domestic, well not domestic, but North American product out of Canada. Canada is making a real strong resurgence into growing, and they're expanding. Okay, we're used to getting our mini Gerbers and our Gerbers and our Snapdragons and things like that, a few sweetheart roses. But now we're getting into the mini callus, and we're getting great length on them. Be careful, they're not really huge hats, but the length is as much as 90 centimeters. Very beautiful mini callus, very full aperture. We've got some of the Nina orange roses. David stuck in a little bit of silk foliage. We must not have had some variegated ivy, so he went ahead and cut up the silk plant, added that in. And then the hypericum. You know, can you remember back just about 10 years ago when all they had was brown hypericum? And all year long they just gave it away until October, and then it shot up from like $3.50 to $12.50 a bunch. But now we are regularly getting green, red, orange, pink, white, just about any color. I mean, they even have the yellow now, that beautiful cream yellow. So when you're looking to fill your wedding needs, you know, branch out a little bit. I always love it to add some curly willow. Just two things, right? Number one, it gives it some size. And size does matter. It shows value, right? And then the other thing is it gives it a little bit of movement. You just touch the table, and then curly willow is so gentle, it gives a heavy arrangement, a little bit of softness. What else you got down here? Isn't this a fun piece? And again, you know, one of the things I'm going to keep repeating throughout the show is changing things up a little bit. Just look at things a little bit different, if you will. Especially when it comes to selling a wedding, or let's not use the term wedding, but use the word event. Okay? Because what's happening today is many of our brides are going on Pinterest and they're going on their social media and they're finding these different creative things which everyone has access to. But instead of going to the local florist, they're going to an event specialist. So when you talk about yourself and you start to brand your image, I'd like you to think about using the term event specialist and not florist or wedding. Because it pigeonholes us into, oh, that's where I got the funeral flowers from grandpa, right? And isn't it horrible that it's kind of a bad name? But it kind of is. We want to branch out and reach out and try to catch a bigger audience. And we want to catch these 20 and 30-something-year-olds that are jumping on Pinterest and jumping on social media to find flowers or arrangements for their events. And one of the things, in this case, David has just used a, help me out, David. It is a, I'm sorry? No. server. Dessert server. Thank you. And you use some artificial grapes or the artificial variegated ivy. He's added a few fresh roses. And then these candle cups added in. You know, that's one of the things you want to think about too. First of all, the candy server as a design element or a base structure to hold your designs versus a standard arrangement, right? One of the first things that I think you might fall into, maybe not everyone here, but I know I do, if somebody's asking me or telling me they're going to make an arrangement, I say, is that going to be tall or low, right? And we kind of pigeonhole ourselves into those two arrangements, and I think that's pretty florist and not event specialist. So doing something like this or having something like this for your brides to see, I think is very handy. And then why settle for the simple golden cups when these beautiful cylinder bases with that different metallic finish? It's just a really nice upgrade, right? And the idea is maybe your bride can't afford to have 500 of them throughout the venue, but perhaps she might 20 or 30 just for the head table. And you can capture some additional sales just by offering it to her for that area alone. So when you're looking at wedding pieces, don't discount using some different structure to hold your arrangement. What else you got? As Tim brings out a very traditional structure, the candelabra. You know, in venues today, we have to be smart, right? A lot of the different, whether it's a golf course venue or a hall, or maybe somebody's doing something retro in an old building in downtown, maybe someplace up in Pontiac, or what's that, the Crow, I believe is the name of the venue. It's a very old venue, so they don't want lit candles. They want mechanical candles. So make sure that you can offer it to them. And maybe, you don't have to have 72 on hand every day, but for your wedding consultations, make sure you have 4 or 6 of them each to show them that you have that capability. One of the things we want to do is show our customers that we can do so many different things. Okay, I liken it to Nordlie, a wholly owned subsidiary of Pentagon Brothers, where we could be a typical wholesale house. We could have carnation, pom-poms, all Samaria, and our fresh cooler. And over here we could have glass vases and tape and wicker. But we take it a lot farther than that, right? We do bouquets. We have manufactured bouquets for mass markets. We have so many different varieties of flowers in that cooler right now. I couldn't even start to suggest, let alone our tropical cooler, which is to my left, to your right, which many wholesalers don't have, but we do that so that we can buy tropicals, keep them at the right temperature, and they last longer. And then in our supply department, have you seen our new archways, the garden archways, the gates? I think those are awesome. And it's funny because when I saw the archways come in, the first thing I think about is sympathy work, and if people remember the gates ajar for sympathy for funeral homes, I think that'd be a great rental piece for sympathy. Anyway, I digress. Let's get back to the wedding show. David's also, we have a lot of money in the candelabra, right? Maybe you're going to rent it. Maybe it's a rental for $100 for the evening. Well, then maybe the bride says, well, I only have a $175 budget for the whole arrangement. Well, the arrangement itself doesn't have to be huge and very costly. It can be more simple, and you can work on your rental and make it as your moneymaker rather than the arrangement itself, right? So we can do a couple of things. And then the other thing to do is show some things to add onto the table. This is a long way to have flowers way up here and nothing down at the table. I would suggest offering something like this with just say 7 roses, maybe do 2 of these, 1 on each side, then step it down 1 more step and just use a little votive cup with just 2 orange roses in them, and then show them the whole thing, right? Show them the different composite parts of this arrangement, the components that we want to use. Not just, oh, here's a candelabra with an arrangement. Now, many of you are saying, my brides can't afford that. You're right, maybe they can. But again, the idea is, but maybe on 2 tables, the traditional parents' tables, this would be a great idea to dress it up a little bit. What I try to tell brides on occasion is, for your pictures, what's going to be in the pictures the most? Your head table, probably the parents' table. So why don't we put a little bit more money into those, and then we can put some simpler arrangements on the other tables. So you kind of meet them halfway, right? But if you don't offer it to them, chances are they're going to go down the street and find somebody else who does, or you're just going to leave money on the table, right? David also did, this is really, I just love the new bracelets now, right? We have the gumdrop and the different crystals and the colors. We have the pearls, whether it's white or natural or black. But this one here, that diamond, the dazzler, I call it, a beautiful bracelet for a mom to wear. David's taken a couple of it's all silk. You know, it's something too that you can do. I think a lot of us struggle with corsages when you have to make them up so close to the event. It's very time consuming. I'll let you know a little secret. One of the things when I was still in the shop or still doing weddings, I always hired out the corsages and the boutonnieres because I just hated it. Sorry. I'm honest, so somebody else does it in the shop. But nowadays with the glue, and they're a lot easier to make. You take the time to make your bows up ahead of time, but you can glue up a dozen corsages in about a half an hour. So much different, but I love that corsage.